So now we'll go through this worked example on standard deviation. Let's see what it says. It says the times in minutes that the 20 people who took part in the marathon took to finish are recorded below. So we've got 20 people that took part in the marathon race, and we have the time as put here below for us. All right. So here's the time in minutes. Now, what is that they want to do? The I is saying calculate the mean. Then part 2 says calculate the standard deviation. Then 3 says identify any outliers. So right away, we are seeing some important principle is that if you want to find standard deviation, then you have to find the mean first. Okay, mean is an important thing. It helps you to then find the standard deviation. So let's go ahead and find the mean. Here we see that we don't have a frequency distribution. Okay, everything is listed down below. So if we're to go and find mean, here's our formula. The formula for mean would be the one where we don't use the frequency distribution, and it's the first one, right? Which here they say it for ungrouped data, but we know what it means. It's the mean for the time when we don't have a table, a frequency distribution table, any table. So there we go. Here it is. We're going to use this. So x bar is equal to summation of x over number of terms. So the sum over the number of terms, basically. So here, let's go through our solutions. Part A, we say x bar is equal to sum of x over the number of terms, which is equal to, let's do the sum, 37 plus 40 plus 32 plus what we'd like to do is also, when we are adding, to whenever we put something, we cancel it, right? And then we check if there's nothing else of that same value. So 37, there's only one 37 here. Then I say plus, then 40. How many 40s are there? I'll cancel this one. There's no other 40, so I'm going to say 40 plus 32. Do we have another 32 here? No, only one. So plus 32, then plus 28 now. We'll cancel with a pencil in the exam, right? There's no other 28 plus, you can just put them if you want. 45 plus 50, you can be doing it. Plus 72, we remove it. Plus 80, we remove it. Plus 92, we remove it. Plus 54, we remove it. We keep going, right? We had more than 145, but I've just thought of just putting all of them, right? For 54 plus 79 plus 67 plus 53 plus, you keep going, plus 86 plus 70 plus 75 plus 66 plus 53 plus 45 plus 49, all of them, right? Then you say O over, how many terms do we have here? How many terms do we have? 20, so O over 20. Then we can put it in the calculator. Let's go, we'll say 37 plus 40 plus 32 plus 28 plus 45 plus 50 plus 72 plus 80 del 80 plus 92 plus 54 plus 79 plus 67 plus 53 plus 86 plus 70 plus 75 plus 66 plus 53 plus 45 plus 49. Okay, then I'll say equal to, I'll get an answer, then I'll say divided by 20. I'll get 58.65. So my mean is 58.65. This is the mean. Now we'll go to standard deviation part 2. Now, if we've used mean, this first mean, then we're going to use the first standard deviation because they go hand in hand. So we've used the mean, we've used this one. Sorry, the mean on the top, not the bottom one. So that means we're going to use this standard deviation, the one on the top as well. So what is our standard deviation? Remember, we said we don't use this first one, we use this second one, which says this is the definition one, and then this is the calculation one. So we want to do a calculation, so we're going to use the second one. What is it saying? It is the summation of x squared over n, then minus the mean squared. So I'll say standard deviation, sorry for that, I'll say standard deviation, SD, is equal to the summation of x squared O over n minus the summation of x bar all squared. Then I'll get the square root of that. You can be copying from the thing in the exam. There we go. So first thing we're going to do is to square every term and sum it, right? Okay, so we're going to say, I want you to say summation of x squared is going to be equal to, you say 37 squared plus 40 squared plus 32 squared plus 28 squared plus 45 squared plus 50 all squared plus 72 all squared plus 80 all squared plus 92 all squared plus 54 squared plus 79 squared plus 67 squared plus 53 all squared plus 86 all squared plus 70 all squared plus 75 all squared plus 66 all squared plus 53 all squared plus 45 squared. Okay, and then plus 49. Make sure the squared, you can see it's something small. Okay, it's a small number that'll be on the top. Make sure. So now we go ahead. We say 37 squared plus 40 squared plus 32 squared plus 28 squared plus 45 squared plus 50 squared plus 72 all squared plus 80 all squared plus 92 all squared plus 54 all squared plus 79 all squared plus 67 all squared plus 53 all squared plus 86 all squared plus 70 all squared plus 75 all squared plus 66 all squared plus 53 all squared plus 45 all squared plus 49 all squared. You get 75,317. So 75,317. Now I can say that standard deviation is equal to the square root of the sum of x squared all over n minus x bar all squared, which is the square root of the sum of x squared. We've got it as 75,317 all over 20 minus the mean. We've got it as 58.65. So minus 58.65 all squared. This becomes equal to, say, 75,317 divided by 20. I'll get 3,765.85. Then I'll say minus, say open bracket, 58.65 all squared, close, is equal to, we get 326. Let's try again. Sorry, 75,317, then divided by 20. I get it. Then minus 58.65 squared. Yes, I'll get 326,000. It's true. Then I'll now say the square root, I was just confirming, of the answer is 18. So here I got my standard deviation is 18.056, which I'll just round off to say 18.1 to 3SF. This is my standard deviation, and I am done. It's not even hard, is it? No, it's not. All right, now let's do the last part, which is saying part 3, identify any outliers. So when we say outliers, we are meaning values that are beyond 2 deviations. So here's the formula that we use if we want to get an outlier. If we go to 2 standard deviations from the mean, any value that's going to be outside that is going to be an outlier. So I'll say part 3, I would say what is my mean? X bar is equal to 58.65. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say mean x bar minus 2 standard deviations. Okay, this is going to be 58.65 minus 2 by 18.1. Then I'm going to say mean plus 2 standard deviations. 2 times SD. This is going to be 58.65 plus 2 times 18.1, right? We'll see what the answer is going to be here and there. So here, this is going to be 58.65. say 58.65 minus this, it will give me 22.5. So here I got it as 22.5. Okay, 22.54, which is just 22.5. Then in here, I'll say, so if anything is less than this, then it's going to be an outlier. Then I'll say now 58.65 plus 2 standard deviations, 2 times 18.1. This becomes 94.85. So that means anything outliers are less than 22.5 or greater than 94.84. These are the outliers. Anything, or 94.85 rather. Anything that is going to be either smaller than 22.5 or greater than 94.85 is an outlier. So we go to our data. Do we have any value like that? Anything greater than 94 or smaller than 22? I can hardly see anything here. No, so we don't have any outliers. So it means in this data we have no outliers. So therefore, you can say there are no outliers in the data. So if you go 2 standard deviations, your mean is at the center here. If you go 2 standard deviations to the right and 2 standard deviations to the left, anything that doesn't fit in there is an outlier. Okay, so if it is bigger than 2 standard deviations to the right or smaller than 2 standard deviations to the left, then it's an outlier. Okay, I hope you got that part. And this is it for this first question. Bye.